Hello, everyone. Hope we're having a nice day today. It is Monday. It's weird to stream the day after stream. My usual stream. I don't do it very often. The last time I did it was to just finish off Marvel Midnight Suns. But before that, the last time I had done that was like when I first started streaming and I had a whole bunch of energy for it. But now I do a lot of video stuff, so I don't really have the energy to stream as much as I used to. Um, Today, we're going to be watching a movie. I like doing the movie streams. I think they're really fun. It's a good way to get me to do to get this fucking affiliate stuff done with. Um, all we need to do is, get two more streams, or get this stream and like one more other stream done sometime this week. And then we've got the requirements again, and I can apply, and then we'll be done with it. And then I can make a little bit more money. um, Yeah, we're gonna watch the Lost. Or no, sorry, oops. No. We're not watching The Lost Continent. We're watching Lost Continent. There's a difference. The Lost Continent is a much later movie. This one's from like the 50s, 1951. Without further ado, let's watch it. Realizing I didn't check the volume. Looks fine to me, though. Sounds fine to me, looks fine to me, so hopefully it's good. So yeah, that's right, Lost Continent, distributed by Robert Lippert, starring Cesar Romero, who you might know as the Joker from the Adam West Batman, and otherwise you might not know at all. He's not exactly well known anymore, I guess. He was a really popular actor at the time. Shame he's in this movie. Fellow. Actually, it's probably Neufeld. Newfield! Yeah. It's the German Neufeld, which would mean the same thing as Newfield. Establishing shot. Establishing shot. Lost Continent, yep. It's a movie.
What's its rate of climb, Sergeant?
Sorry.
20,000 feet a minute, sir. Phillips, give me a reading on altitude and distance.
Altitude 10 miles. Speed 1,000 miles an hour. It's 900 miles since time of launching. We'll be losing it.
10 million miles an hour.
She's right on course.
Dr. Rostov, looks as if this atomic-powered engine of yours is going to outmode jet propulsion.
Did he say Dr.
We'll see,
Rousdower?
General. It's out of range, sir.
Rousdower?
Desert station calling top of the world. Come in, top of the world.
Mom, on top of the world!
Hello, Desert Station. Pip moving in on top of the world. Altitude 23 miles. Speed 1,800 miles an hour. Heading due west. On course as chartered. She's practically over our heads right now, heading out to sea.
Rock climbing. Oh, you best believe there's gonna be some rock climbing.
Contact Desert Station.
Yes, sir. turn back. This thing better work.
It stinks.
Hello, Neptune. We are waiting. Come in. Over. You get me, Neptune? You get me?
The thing about this movie
Waiting. Anything wrong?
is like saying that anything is padding out the runtime is like it's like understating it. The entire movie is padding. There's hardly any movie to it. It's all padding.
Is this station waiting? Anything wrong?
This is
Over,
padding.
Neptune.
Desert Station. We can't reverse the rocket. It's out of control. It won't turn back. The rocket isn't turning back. The speed is fantastic.
Okay, this part specifically isn't padding, but the rest of what led up to this was padding, is what I meant to say.
75. 200.
Get them back. Desert Station calling Neptune.
Yes, Desert Station.
This is Dr. Michael Rostov. Are you sure your reading is correct? Are you sure you haven't miscalculated?
No, sir, we're positive. Came in right on schedule, on its exact course.
Where is it now?
It's getting below the horizon. It's gone.
It's gone. Me when I'm acting, it's gone.
What orders?
Have them keep a clear channel.
Yes, sir. Desert Station calling Neptune. Stand by. Keep channel clear.
Roger. Standing
Paddington.
by. Over.
True.
Dr. Briggs,
It's
traveling for
Paddington
3 more
Bear.
hours at its present rate of speed, same fixed course. Where would you say it would crash?
Somewhere within this radius.
Not good, is it?
Not good, but at least not a total failure. If we can ever recover it, we'll find why it didn't come back.
Gentlemen, you represent the armed forces. You know what this test means. Right now, it's a failure. We've always managed to be first in a long race against time. We proved that with the atom bomb.
But if we don't recover this rocket and make it work first, or if someone else should recover it before we do, well, you know the consequences. It isn't the money we've spent. It's the time out of the lives of men like Rostov. and
The
Phillips.
time out of the lives of the watchers, the viewers at
Thousands of
home.
hours spent in research by the men working under them.
Those hours represent a large portion of our nation's security. If we don't get that rocket back, we may never survive to know just how much security we lost. We'll need your full cooperation. I'll get an okay for a search party. Simmons, Atomic Energy Commission. Line to the White House, please. Scramble it.
Another Demetas.
No, thanks. Coffee's bad for my sense of humor. And with you, I have to stay on my good behavior. You mind if I
Coffee's
tear
bad
down
for
a
my
few
sense of
inhibitions?
humor.
Not at all.
What do you get
That's for a
angry when you
sample,
eat too much coffee? Drink.
Knows
Drink,
the name.
not eat.
Remember? Don't let the rank frighten you.
Habit, I guess.
I guess. You don't seem to be running out of inhibitions either.
Drink your drink, Joe.
Drink your drink.
Mala,
Tell me more about your being a flight instructor. The boys you trained to fly, what are they like today?
they're great. No more hot rod jockey pilots. No more flying by the seat of the pants. These boys think. The day of the prop on planes is over. These boys flying today have to know their engineering, aerodynamics, what makes jet. We're after the same kind of brain power that MIT is, or Carnegie Tech, or... Hey, wait a minute. You had me doing this same show the other night.
That's right, I
She's a spy.
It was, let me see. You were taking me up to the door to say goodnight. Oh, I remember. You wanted to come inside and show me how you simulated landings at 10,000 feet.
Oh, sure. What's the matter with me? That was Tuesday night I saw you.
Wednesday.
Yeah, sure, of course. Wednesday, crash landings. Parachute jumps? Takeoffs?
I was tired that night, Joe. You left me at the front door.
No, please, don't get up. I'll change the record.
Simmering chemistry.
Dinner was magnificent. It was not good to sit after such a heavy meal. Let's give the music a break, shall we?
It's very sweet of you to worry about my figure. A woman appreciates such thoughtfulness.
Such worries a person's in developing some.
What figure
I should switch over to my sleepy PNG. Except that would take time to do. It would not be a snappy joke at all.
Well, certainly took you a long time getting around to that, Major.
It'll never happen again.
All right, Major, time to die.
I don't hear anything.
Maybe you better answer it.
Well, no. The thing is, Lax, is the program I use takes a while to load. That's the problem.
Yes.
If I switch between the PNG tubers, it takes a while to load the swap.
What is it, Sergeant?
Orders for you to report back to the base at once, sir. They'll have a plane warming up for you.
Air
at the
police.
At once?
pipeline. At once, sir.
All right, Sergeant.
I'll fucking fuck the air police.
Like a homing pigeon.
God,
Like to finish
goddamn air police. Get out of
Question
here.
about simulated landings.
Yeah.
It is definitely an innuendo.
What time is it, Sergeant?
2:30, sir.
It'll look a whole lot better to me at 3. I don't mean to sound personal, Sergeant, but how did
Just
you...
following orders, Major. If I hadn't come across this at your quarters, I might have
Quarters?
found it for another 30 minutes.
That was careless of me, wasn't it, Sergeant?
Very careless of you, sir. If you don't mind my saying so, sir, you're an awfully tough man to follow.
What does that even mean?
I don't want any more complaints out of you, sweetheart. Wooly gave you all new parts, now use them. And you, my blood you got. Half the night I spent over you. What happens? Wrong size. Now you got a new one that fits. Use it, be relaxed, and satisfied.
Okay, folks, I hope you like this character.
What, and leave us sitting here practically
This
naked?
character,
If you
his
wanna
name is
wind up
Airplane
taking hot
Pervert.
cold baths in a straitjacket, that's your business. Mine is to take you to the CO. You coming?
Orders. That's all they know. They get him, they give him. You get him, you're stuck. And is your draft board cat? Ah. Come on.
For the next 30 days, stay lost. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't want to make you feel terrible, but I always said I'd never die in a plane. Let me see.
This guy's gonna die on a plane.
She got married last month. Yeah. I'll keep them flying, Jackie, while I'm on leave. I'll tell you all about it when I get back. Lieutenant Wilson? 1L or 2? Lieutenant Daniel?
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
all the L's.
CO wants you right away. Dame said she voted last year. Maybe she lied. I can't understand. About to go on leave. Fill my life with all kinds of contentment and peace. And what happens? My friend puts in a request for his friend to come hold his hand and babysit for some scientists. I lost out on a little contentment and peace myself. So why pick on me? Because I missed your ugly face, Danny boy. I got lonesome.
Tiny boy, the pipes are
Living
calling.
in that romantic South Pacific jungle together. Yeah, we ought to crash on an island that's loaded with guerrilla resistance. They slap a gun in one hand, a knife in the other, and in 2 seconds you're a South Pacific commando. What a picnic. You got liberated. Yeah, I got liberated. Look where it got me. Liberation. It's a wonderful thing. Let's drink to it. Sergeant,
White people.
have some coffee.
Coming right up, sir.
Coffee boy.
you some coffee.
Whoa, thanks, Sergeant. Smells good.
Let me tell you, Doc, everything about this doll smells good. Just look at the fuselage, really stacked, huh? Get a load of that wing spread.
Airplane pervert.
Sing. I tell you, she's a dream, Doc. My baby.
If she could only cook.
Yeah. Oh, Doc, yeah, I can see you haven't had much experience with dames. You know, the first thing you gotta know is never spoil their makeup.
Sergeant, tell me, what was that point we just passed over?
Well, I'm the wrong guy to ask, Doc. You know, looking out from high places makes little black spots do a ballet in front of my eyes. Gets me very dizzy.
And you in the Air Force.
Thank you, Doc. Got some coffee for you, Doc.
Coffee?
Coffee?
Oh, yes, thanks. That's just what I need about this time.
What?
Padding.
Definitely.
Got some padding for you, Doc. Hey, anyone else want coffee? How about you? You want some coffee? Coffee?
Yes, Sergeant.
Oh. I don't know about you, Doc, but these long trips always get me a little sleepy. Figured a little coffee might keep us all awake, huh?
Thanks, Sergeant. When I feel myself getting tired, I'll let you know.
Sure, Doc.
But he only had 2 cups of coffee left, and he was going to give them to these guys. How did he know that that guy was going to say no to coffee?
Oh, what characters. They're as bad as flying a bunch of congressmen to visit the war front.
Why, Willie, how you talk. This is a posh assignment. We're hauling VIPs, distinguished scientists. Sergeant, we should have brewed them some liquid hydrogen, served with smashed atoms on crackers.
Yeah, I'll serve him. One joker's taking pictures through a window. Another one looks like he's writing a letter to Einstein. That Rostov guy's playing games with a map, but what do? Go chasing after a rocket.
That's a naughty word, Sergeant. Top secret.
Hey, take over. I'm gonna play Boy Scouts back there. Let you two aggravate each other. Keep your rosters happy.
Ulcers, he says. My ulcers never had it so good flying with me this trip.
Glad you're enjoying it, Dr. Phillips.
Do we land anywhere, Major?
We'll be coming down in about 3 hours.
No, we're not going to land anywhere.
Keeping check on us, Dr. Rostov? Afraid the Air Force will lose its way?
Partly, Major. Scientists can't afford to take chances. We try to evaluate every element. But sometimes even that isn't enough.
Like, a rocket not turning back when it's supposed to?
The mechanical element. The fraction of an inch. A tiny miscalculation. There are always unpredictables.
And I wouldn't know about that.
1950s.
Depended on the human element.
Scientist in the military with a German accent.
I'll see you later.
That means one of 2 things. Yep. Still clouds out there.
We're going down to pick up some fuel now. Hold tight. It's gonna be bumpy downstairs.
That's true. You get some meatballs. Yeah, that's a screening effect. Rear projection. Now you can make rear projection look good. It's just they
Looks
didn't
like this is it.
for this one.
We're now approaching rocket's point of departure, where Neptune radar unit lost contact.
Like in the 1930s, you know, King Kong does some really nice rear projection effects, but that requires a lot of effort to get it to look good.
If the rocket hit the ocean, you'll see a dye marker covering the spot. I'm going upstairs so we can get a good look. We're now in zone where rocket ran out of fuel. Dead end. Dead end.
Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end.
Island to your left. I'm swinging over it so you can take a look.
Islands to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. It's a very rigorous soundtrack. Yeah, no, it's
Rostov, Fred.
I like how much of it there is.
Jumping all over the place.
They should have made a Lost Continent ride. You could ride the plane just like in Lost Continent.
We're losing altitude fast. Something's gone crazy. All the magnetic controls are conked out. The electrical system's shot.
The whole panel is dead, Joe. As dead as we'll be if you don't dish this baby and bail out.
Sergeant, get back and take care of the others. I'm gonna try and make that island.
Yes, sir. Now we have to hit the silver. Count 3 and 4. I'll meet you down below. You're okay. You're okay, Doc. The major's
You're okay, Doc. Whee! And I'm free. Free falling.
I'm only renting this Dahlia, Major. Bring her back to me in one piece.
Airplane pervert.
Be gentle with her. She won't double cross you. Easy, Major.
Airplane pervert.
You okay, Willie?
Yeah, I'm all right, but she's washed up. She'll never bounce her tail again.
Got the first aid kit. Briggs is bleeding.
You did a beautiful job, Major. I didn't think we had a chance.
Thanks. I like living too.
This'll hurt for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I always tell my kids.
What went wrong? I don't know. Magnetic instruments, the radio, everything. They just stopped cold.
That's strange. Just before we crashed, the Geiger registered intense radio activity.
What do you make of that?
We're over something hot. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine.
Hey, I hope that Geiger didn't get smashed.
That's where I put my continent. I should have looked. I should have looked on the island. That's where I would have put my continent. Of course.
No, still working. But there's nothing.
Hey, my watch is going. It stopped before, but now it's going.
Come on, let's go out and take a look at this South Sea
Hey,
paradise.
my watch is going. Hey, yeah.
Doesn't look too forbidding. Seems rather peaceful.
Talk to some of our guys who crashed in New Guinea during the war. Headhunters, cannibals. This island may be a park, but I'm not going to depend on it.
And maybe we ought to try to get the radio working, huh? Let somebody know where we are.
We're under orders not to break radio silence until we find the rocket.
Oh, that's just fine. Headhunters, cannibals.
Break out the guns and ammunition, Sergeant.
Yes.
Round up what
Racist.
food we have. Better check all your equipment.
Little racist
Take only the
airplane
essential
pervert.
things. Looks like we might be camping out for a while. What do you think? Who knows? Maybe we're being set up for pigeons.
Looks like the set from Jungle Goddess. It's very possible. I imagine a lot of these movies that use jungle settings reuse the same jungle props.
This ain't gonna be such a bad leave.
Hey, women, we can we could be sexist too. That's crazy. Hello, Woms.
Too bad we don't know their language.
Yes, she might be able to help us.
I know a couple of Melanesian dialects. I'll try them out on her.
Who are you?
You know English?
From missionary school. Island over there, where my people go.
People left? Why?
Firebird fly over village. Send out flame and smoke.
The rocket. It must be the rocket.
We're in luck.
Earth tremble. People frightened. Leaving boats.
This Firebird, where did it land?
On sacred mountain, home of gods. Chiefs say spirit angry at bird. Make earth tremble.
Why didn't she leave with the rest of them?
Rocks fall down. My father hurt. Brother and I stay until he die. But who are you?
We came after that Firebird to take away its evil.
They can do that?
If you could take us to where it landed.
No, no. No, no. Sacred mountain taboo.
If you show us where this Firebird came down, we can break its spell. It'll never fly again.
You sure?
Your people can come home and live in peace again.
I show way to sacred mountain, but it is taboo. You will not come back.
Foreshadowing.
There's sacred mountain, home of gods.
You mean that's where the Firebird went? Couldn't land on a nice soft beach. Gotta pick the top of a mountain.
Well, there's nothing yet. But any radioactivity would be shielded from us by the mountain.
Aren't you coming with us?
No.
We'll see that nothing happens to you.
Sacred mountain taboo. No one ever come back from home of gods.
Foreshadowing.
First time I ever saw one on you, Joe. You must be losing your touch.
By the way, you remember how there was like a woman at the beginning of the movie? Wasn't that nice? Anyways, here's the rest of the movie. Me when I'm wandering around a set with a bunch of fake rocks.
It seems we have no alternative.
One thing, nobody can say we're not getting plenty of exercise on this trip.
Who needs it? Hey, you can't even see the top.
You get dizzy up there, Sergeant, you want to bail out, you've always got your parachute.
Yeah, what happens if it's dark?
You won't get lost. Your light matches on the way down.
Rock climbing, begin! Yeah, you save a lot on scripting when you just have a bunch of scenes of people climbing rocks. Maybe the montage was a mistake. We shouldn't have invented the montage. Fuck you, Kuleshov. God damn it, Lev Kuleshov inventing the montage, creating things like this, making things like this possible. Bum, bum. Rope? Anyone like climbing with rope? That's different, right? Glad the soundtrack is back at least. Okay, make sure your knee's good, then you can climb up. Do you hear that? The soundtrack stopped and then it just came in. Don't shoot anyone. Up you go. Up you go.
For God's sake, hang on.
You think you can make it, Briggs?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Come on, Willie.
Come on, Willie. Airplane pervert. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh boy, you made it.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Why'd he smack Willie's ass? Couldn't tell you. I don't know why they flipped him over. That's insane, dude. You didn't need to do that. Yeah, you're gonna need that rope. Get that rope. Yeah, make sure to untie it. Yep.
Give me a cigarette, will you?
Cigarette time!
Seems like we've been climbing for days.
It's cigarette time!
No
Everyone,
time
it's
to
cigarette time!
You got an appointment somewhere?
What's the matter, Doc? Anything wrong?
No, I'm just making a check with the Geiger.
Getting anything?
Slight reading. Very slight.
From the rocket?
Let's hope so.
Hey, Doc, is your head clear?
Sure.
I wish I could say mine was.
Well, let's go.
So soon?
Come on, get your packs on.
You got an appointment someplace?
Yeah, with a rocket. Come on.
You got an appointment someplace? Ooh. You're carrying a bone?
What happened? It's poison gas.
Poison gas?
Now I know what she meant about I'm not coming back.
Some kind of corrosive gas generated from the earth.
Oh, great. And me with
Corrosive?
only a parachute. I should have brought a gas
Why is he
mask.
alive then?
Probably caused by internal pressures. There seems to be considerable volcanic activity.
My little death trap.
You all right to go on?
Yeah, sure. What's a little poison gas? We gotta find another way.
Yeah, what's a little poison
Feeling
gas?
strong enough, Briggs. Perhaps you shouldn't continue.
Please don't worry about me. I'll be all right.
Ooh, nice little campfire.
Anything to keep a guy from sleeping. Since when did a little noise keep you awake?
Since you and a rocket came into my life.
Yeah, but look at all the trouble it kept you out of.
Ba, 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 ba. What a suspicious foreigner. What if we all sang some campfire songs?
Your family?
Yeah. The girl's 12, the boy's 16.
Oh, you're dead.
Fine-looking kids. We'll have quite a story to tell them when we get back.
Yes? I hope I will.
I'm sorry the going's been so rough.
Well, that's what I get for sitting on my big fat blueprints and helping to build guided missiles. I should have listened to my wife. She's been after me for years to get in condition.
Guess the natives say the gods were angry tonight.
That's kind of
Anything
racist.
Major?
I've come close to it a couple of times, one way or another.
How come you never got pinned down?
What, have some wife tell him what dames he should or shouldn't go out with? Not Joe.
Up there, on the rock.
It's gone. Rain.
What did you see up there?
A monster I've never seen before.
Bum,
I
bum,
think he's getting
bum.
rocket happy.
You sure it wasn't just your imagination?
I'd rather it had been.
I'm glad all I see is spots.
Crazy how there was a thunderstorm and it wasn't raining until it started raining then. Oh, it turns out you can simply just walk through the poisonous gas, actually. Exactly. You just gotta man up and get through it. Smoke enough cigarettes, and it won't matter. So, read any good books lately? Did you know that there's only 18 minutes left in the film? Isn't that crazy? We've been watching for 40 minutes. It's astounding. I've never I don't think I've ever seen anything that is so willing to say nothing as this movie. It doesn't even it doesn't do anything. It says nothing literally.
Stay with me, baby.
He's got a baby. He's pregnant. He got pegged too many times. He's pregnant now. Manos has things to say. I don't think they're good, but it's not this. Manos gets to its first plot point before 40 minutes into the damn movie. Manos has a weird sleazy atmosphere to it. This one has no atmosphere. It is Venus. Well, Venus has an atmosphere, doesn't it? It is the moon. It is the moon. There's no atmosphere. Yeah, Manos is more like Venus. It has a toxic atmosphere. This one has nothing. Oopsie. And the first death isn't even to a dinosaur. The Beast of Hollow Mountain is a pretty decent cowboy film until suddenly there's a dinosaur.
How did it happen? Not sure. I think it was his heart.
Why didn't you yell?
There wasn't time.
He did yell. Wait.
It was unexpected. I tried to hold him, but I didn't have the strength.
He did yell, though. That's why you heard him.
Another one of your unpredictables?
I actually really like Beast of Hollow Mountain. I think it's a fun one.
It's a dead end.
It's why I put it in the list of movies we're doing for Kaiju in the Details, even though it's more of a dinosaur movie than a Kaiju movie.
Guess that's the only way up. Think you can make that? You? Don't worry about me. I'll be there.
Which is why we didn't do Lost Continent. We should have done Lost. If we had been doing Lost Continent, we would have done it a little bit ago. It would have been before the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. But I decided to exclude most dinosaur films unless it's significant, unless it's like kaiju-esque, like Beast from 20,000 Fathoms or Hollow Mountain. I think Hollow Mountain is kind of closer to the dinosaur amok genre than the kaiju genre. I don't know. It's a tough line to call, frankly. But it feels like watching Jurassic Park in your kaiju film series podcast is a little bit of a stretch. So there had to be a line drawn somewhere. Better do it good. Better do the jump good. Whee! Ooh. Yeah, I did see that. I like the lineup this year for Turkey Day. I think it's going to be a good one. Oh, also, oh my God, the top. We're 50 minutes into the movie. We're finally reaching the top of this fucking plateau. The movie's getting a little greenish. The real movie starts now. I like that it turned green. I like when these old black and white films tint the color of the film. When they get the different areas, or like do like in Mighty Joe Young where there's the fire scene.
Look.
It's a neat effect.
What's the matter?
Look.
I gone colorblind. They were 20/20 vision.
What do you make of it, Doc?
I don't know. I'm almost afraid to say.
Not like any jungle I've been in.
Nor ever will be, Major. You're looking at a kind of world that hasn't existed for millions of years.
It's sort of like a lost continent.
Oh, you could call it that, I guess.
Wow. The movie title.
Sky.
We finally found the Lost Continent. It only took 50 minutes.
Time forgot this place.
Everything.
Time forgot. You can't say that. That's a different movie.
Look at that foliage.
Think of the tremendous internal pressures causing such steaming pools and their continuous activity at such altitude.
Must be terrific. As powerful as a stockpile of hydrogen bombs.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. The air's thin, sure, but you can breathe without your lungs screaming for help. And we're miles above sea level.
It's all the plants, Major. Practically pure oxygen.
Well, look at this haze. Somebody got lonesome for some soft light. Put a green bulb in the sun.
Yeah, like in a nightclub. Only they forgot to bring on the dames, huh?
You know what
Where's
atom
the
bomb
dames,
did to the
eh?
atmosphere, Major? Those same forces could exist here. Who is there to say?
We have 8
If we
minutes to
find
wrap
that
up this
rocket, it
film.
may have us someday all
Isn't
living
that
back in a
crazy?
world like this one.
I'll worry about that when the time comes. Hey, Phillips, take a fix. See if you can pick up a reading on the rocket somewhere.
All right. You got the earphone, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
They lost the rocket. That's true. That's the real lost part.
Get yourself in an uproar over something, Joe. What's eating you? Hmm. Private wake. What is it? Clobbering this little dream world? Maybe. And what do you think of Rostov? Rostov? Oh, he's a cold fish. You know those big brains. Oh, I see. You think that he... I don't think anything. Yet. I never did buy that guy, even before we took off. Why? Do we know anything about the rocket? Was Willie? No. Only 3 guys know what makes it work. Rostov, Phillips, and Briggs. Now Briggs is gone. If anything happens to Phillips, that just leaves Rostov.
2 little
He
monkeys.
could sell us any bill of goods. Maybe he didn't want that rocket to turn back.
Oh,
See what you make
maybe.
of this.
Wouldn't
Hey,
that
Major,
be
we picked something up.
crazy? Wow.
That's it, Phillips.
What's the rundown?
Definite signs of radioactivity.
But much too powerful to be coming from the unit in the rocket. I'm off in there somewhere.
We may have hit something important, Major. Uranium.
It explains a lot of things. Why the plane went out of control when we flew toward the island. And the Geiger. We must have entered a field of radiation. Then when we dropped below the mountain, we passed out of it. It lost its effect.
Hey, my watch stopped again. Does that stuff act like a magnet?
That stuff is the most mysterious element in nature. The most dangerous, the most unstable, the most valuable.
Yeah, babies cry for it. But our job concerns finding the rocket, not prospecting for uranium.
When the rocket ran out of fuel, it was inevitably drawn to these fields.
If it ran out of fuel.
Simmer down, Joe.
So I'll apologize if I'm wrong. All right, it's the only lead we have. Let's follow it.
I love baseless speculation.
Did you get him, Sergeant?
I'm starving to death, and that thing's been feeding off me for 4 hours like I was something sent up from room service.
Pick up any late news?
These guys are all going to die from radiation poisoning, by the way. Even if they survive this, they all die of radiation poisoning
What'd you
afterwards.
say?
Oh, nothing. I just wondered if your Geiger still had the jitters.
Oh, well, from its activity, we're moving into a hotter zone.
Well, at least we won't freeze tonight.
Well, if that rocket's near the uranium fields, we're getting pretty close. I show a concentration of almost 20,000 MRs.
Jesus
Oh, my.
Christ.
How about a short translation for the common man, Doc?
Milliröntgens.
Millie who?
It's like taking your temperature, Sergeant. Only this shows how hot a zone is with radioactivity.
How dangerous is the area?
Don't worry, Major, we're safe enough. But if the uranium in those fields were refined, we'd have been dead hours ago.
Well, raise your flaps. That rocket won't find us.
Don't worry, you'll be dead hours from now.
I joined the Air Force.
All right, let's take a 15-minute break.
Oh, 15 minutes.
Break out the ration, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
I feel like if it's enough radioactivity to fucking down a plane, it's enough to kill these chuckle fucks. Something ain't right.
Hey, Joe. We got company.
These tracks are fresh. They're not more than an hour old.
That's fine, so they're fresh, but what do they fit?
Nothing human I ever saw. Not even my top sergeant had feet that big.
I've seen tracks like these before.
Yeah, where?
In a museum. They're brontosaurus tracks.
That's very true, Fairlord.
What? Hard to believe, isn't it, Major? My calendar says 20th century A.D., not 100 million B.C.
I appreciate your feelings, Major, but you can't change what we've just seen. Or what may lie ahead.
Come on, let's get our packs. We gotta move.
There are 3 minutes left in the movie.
You sure we're still on fix?
I'll make another check if you like. All right, on course.
Good.
I feel like, do I not have the full film or something? I feel like there's no way this could wrap up in 3 minutes.
There are more tracks, and they're going the same way we are.
That's right.
Hey, Doc, ain't there some other way to get to those uranium fields, huh?
There may be.
Because they're still padding it.
I'm gonna follow the needle.
Okay.
I must not. That's unfortunate.
I think I'll stick with the needle, too, huh? Hey! Brontosaurus!
A dinosaur! Oh my god! 57 minutes into the movie! Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Get back!
Collapse the tree!
'You climbed that tree fast.
That thing's got more armor than a tank.
Yeah, this movie's supposed to be 83 minutes long. Mine only is 52 minutes. Damn, that's annoying. That's not what the end of the movie is. That's so annoying. Hold up. I've gotcha. Don't you worry. I've got a backup here. All right. We'll watch it on YubTub. This is like a higher quality anyways, it looks like.
Collapse the tree!
a little smaller, but yeah. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, what I mean by higher quality is that I mean it's slightly less pixelated. I don't think it really needs saying, but that dinosaur does not look very good. Are you guys getting audio, by the way? Yes. Okay, good.
Let's go up on that rock.
I mean, it's better than no audio. This movie is very good at showing that.
Just keep an eye on all in one piece, baby. I may be needing you yet.
He's gonna give birth to that.
Too bad I couldn't
thing.
have gotten a picture of that animal this afternoon.
Pictures? You're lucky you weren't killed. How do you account for all this, Doc? How do you explain it?
Who can explain it? It's an impossibility. Yet here we are, right in the middle of it.
Stuck in the middle with you.
That animal we saw this afternoon hasn't existed for millions and millions of years. It had disappeared before man was ever heard of.
What's the matter with it? Don't know it's supposed to be dead?
You know what a miracle is, Lieutenant?
Sure.
Can you explain it?
No.
I can't explain what happened this afternoon, either.
Well, thanks for straightening the whole thing out, Doc. You took the words right out of my mouth. What a relief. Good night. I'll call you when it's your watch.
Strange and rather frightening out there. Take any of those rocks, harness its stored up energy, convert it into a power plant, we could build a whole new world.
Or destroy the one we've got.
Ironic, but here we are sleeping on top of the richest uranium field known to man.
Gives one a real cozy feeling. If you don't mind having nightmares.
You are a cynical, suspicious man, aren't you, Nolan?
Maybe.
Oh,
End of scene.
What a little dream you are. And your shape.
Ugh.
Perfect.
Plain pervert.
Everything about you. Beautiful, beautiful. There's just one thing about you, baby. If you could just have propellers instead of jets, you're perfect.
Awful. Just awful. A monkey.
Sergeant! Danny, Rostov and Phillips are gone. Hey, you were on guard. Why didn't you watch them?
Who?
Rostov and Phillips, they're gone.
I did. I never closed my eyes all night.
Maybe your hunch is right. I knew it.
Hey, wait for me.
Boom, 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 boom. So, who woke up the soundtrack? The jungle is back there. This is the Deadlands. The Badlands. I feel like they're just reusing sets they happen to have.
What are you doing?
His foot became lodged in the rocks. I wasn't able to free him by myself.
What's the idea of coming out here alone?
Keep your voices down. Look.
Me when my ceratopses try.
Since I discovered Dr. Phillips. Get down. Get out of sight.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Bullets no good. Noise will only attract them. We'll have to sweat it out.
Go ahead and yell. Do you good.
You got us trapped into this. Now go ahead and yell loud. What's a few more lives, you crazy, stupid uranium happy?
Shoot with the eyes.
Num num num. I'm just doing random things to make you scared. Double the ceratops. Wow. Why does this look so bad, dude? You made stop motion dinosaurs boring.
Sergeant, keep your eye on him.
Get his leg out. Got him.
Look, Danny, get him out.
Dual Ceratops is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster. Yeah, they really do. And like, not every dinosaur is gonna be like a man-eater. They love just being like, oh yeah, a dinosaur would just eat a person for no reason. Every dinosaur eats people.
Do all you scientists lose your marbles every now and then?
I love the just
I'm
a
sorry
little
to
wipe.
cause you so much trouble, Lieutenant. I woke up a little earlier than the rest of you this morning and seemed a swell chance to grab some pictures. I was lucky Mike followed me.
You think I'd let you get yourself killed in that prehistoric jungle? We've been friends too long.
Well, the leg's feeling better. Come on, let's keep walking, huh?
So it turns out the Major was just an asshole. Cigarette, 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 cigarette.
Not disturbed because it's still BC instead of AD?
No? I'm convinced. I also said if I was wrong, I'd apologize.
That's not necessary.
Don't ask me why. At the beginning, I had you figured for playing on the wrong team.
I know. I'm a Russian. I'm used to it.
Oh, Russian. That's
Almost
the
my
accent
whole
he's doing,
life,
obviously.
a witch hunt, one way or another. First it was Hitler and one of his concentration camps. Then my wife and unborn child died in another with Russian-made barbed wire. It doesn't change them much.
A lot of guys are finding that out every day.
All respect for my country lies dead in those camps. I hope to go back and resurrect it someday. No country can survive when it loses the respect of its own people or of the world.
That's right, folks. This movie is about communism being bad.
Go back. Too many guys on our side fighting for the same thing. Even if, heaven forbid, it means pushing buttons on more rockets like the one out there somewhere.
Heaven forbid, Joe.
Anyways, the movie's no longer about that anymore.
Coming up the mountain, being forced through the earth at tremendous pressures.
Too much pressure with no safety valve. And if they should ever react with the uranium fields...
What a 4th of July.
Oh, that's it.
That's what?
It's the end of the road.
They've never heard a
Can't
Russian
take
person in
us
their
any
life,
further.
yeah.
It means that we are right in the middle of the uranium deposits, and they seem to extend for miles.
And how do we find the rocket?
I wish I knew. It could be any place.
Maybe we could wander around up here for weeks. Come on, let's get out of this graveyard. Hey, Joe. I don't know how long these
Hey,
guys will hold
Joe.
out. They got police in
Hey,
their pants that hold
Joe.
us so fast.
What's eating you?
You heard what Philip said. You know what chances we have. We're beating our brains out for something we may never find. We don't even know where to look now. If the rocket's up here, it'll rot before anybody can get to it.
You bored?
Yeah, I'm bored. We're down to our last few rounds of ammo. Worried? No. Run out of bullets, I got a new secret weapon. See any more of those fugitives from the zoo? I'll just walk up to them and kill them with spit. Ah, who wants to be a dead hero?
Are you speaking for yourself, Danny, or for them?
Maybe I'm saying what they don't want to say.
The lieutenant seems to think you got something on your minds. So I'll give you a chance to unburden yourselves. Got nothing to say? Well, I have. We're low on food, we're low on water, and we're low on ammunition. Maybe we're getting a little low on nerves. But I got news for you. I walk around with my guts twisted up same as you. I want to clear out of here the same as you. I didn't ask to be trapped in this rat race, but as long as I'm here, I'll try and finish. Anybody who wants to can knock it off now.
Feel better, Major?
Well, don't just stand there, Major. We got a rocket to find.
Baby,
Bum, bum,
you ain't
bum,
getting any
bum,
lighter.
bum, 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 bum,
So
bum,
I'll
bum.
spit in their eye.
Okay, they continue their death march.
Hey, I wonder if a piece of that big puzzle would make good eating.
Let's find out.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! We love killing animals.
I think it fell right around here. Hey, look! Oh, with a mad passion, I love you.
Let's get to it.
Take it easy with it, you big slob. Get away from that.
Keep your voices down. Stay out of sight.
They can't stick around.
Didn't know they sound like elephants? Well, now you know.
dead.
Isn't that neat?
2 million years ago. They may be here for days. Hey, Rostov, how much time will you need to get the unit out of the rocket?
Depends on how much damage we find. Ordinarily 10, maybe 15 minutes might do it.
Another 5 to get the data off the light recording instruments.
Can you knock off the whole works in half an hour?
Should give us plenty of time.
I think I've hit an angle to get rid of them. It's going to be rough, but it might work. Danny, you and Willie circle the animals. Get them back of the rocks and boulders and start shooting. It might bait them away from the rocket long enough for Rostov and Phillips to move in. We're going to shoot the works on this.
Just start shooting.
Don't do it the first time. We've had it. Hope you got plenty of spit.
I run out. You'll know it.
Patu. Spit on him. Spit on him, gang. You know, it occurs to me that those are the same 3 dinosaurs we've already seen before. They only made 3 dinosaur models, I think. And the dinosaurs just, like, left. They're just out of the picture entirely. Well, you gotta reduce, reuse, recycle, right? Speaking of reducing, reusing, and recycling, I think we have the end of the movie coming up here soon. Anyone except for Jack Horner, yes. They might have... But the thing about it is that in the 50s, paleontologists didn't know very much.
Incredible, Mike. Maximum thrust registered 9.5.
There was a lot of shit paleontologists didn't know back then.
A team of those animals out there couldn't have turned it back.
What does that mean? Was this rat race worth it or not?
Eminently, Major. Now that we have these, we'll know how to design the next one. No more unpredictables.
Simple as. Still knew better than this movie. That's probably true, yeah. Oh no! Rear projection! Not airplane pervert! Dude, it just like rotated. It just went. He died as he lived in dull surprise.
Pray come back.
What a way to go, baby. You couldn't help me.
You'll make it all right, kid.
Cigarette.
No. His life was snuffed out like the lighter. Anyway, that's probably a good enough burial for him.
Take it slow and easy on the way down. We've left enough behind us. I don't want to leave any more.
Anyways, anyone want a cigarette? For some reason, after watching this movie, I can really go for a cigarette. Is this movie sponsored by Pall Mall or something? I'm curious. Okay, so this is the last, like, 7 minutes of the movie here of, oh, no, it's no longer green. It's back to black and white. Last 8 minutes of the movie is just going to be rock climbing back down. Okay, smoke break.
How's the leg holding on? I'll make it. You, Mike?
All right. But if Willie were here, I'm sure he'd have more to say.
Yeah, he'd probably say,
Hey, it's gonna rain. Let me call without an umbrella. How you like that?
We'll have to move fast. The whole mountain's blowing up under us.
Why? Because. Just because. We gotta end this movie now. Me when I shake my camera. Woo! Wow. Bye-bye, hat. No more hat. Let's see if they remember that continuity. Keep an eye out if that guy gets his hat back. That's Danny, the one who lost his hat.
Now!
Maybe. They might have just not climbed up, which I think would have been for the better. Okay, so they both don't have their hats here. So I think they're keeping the continuity that guy lost his hat. Crack-a-boom. Fuck you, dinosaurs. The whole island fucking coming apart. And you can still hear the dinosaurs. Oh, luckily the Earth came back together a little bit. Yep, fuck you villagers, I'm getting out of here. We're white, so we're allowed to just get out of here. Yeah, remember the woman here? There she goes, she's dead. Although you say at the beginning of the movie, and that was not the beginning of the movie. That was like 30 minutes into the movie. Bye-bye, mountain. This has the same ending as Son of Kong. I'm realizing this is the same ending as Son of Kong. Which is just everything explodes suddenly. For no reason.
A world coming to an end. Better this way than to have it go on living with us.
Like this movie? Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thanks. The load-bearing monster. True! They killed a dinosaur and then destroyed the island. Okay. When you don't know how to end the movie, just blow it up. Simply blow it up. It did end with a cigarette. Okay, back to here. Because we're going to watch a short, as usual. I got one I think we're going to like. It's a little out of this world, though. Oh, is it not showing up? No, it is. Okay, there we go. Let's watch it then. It's a little louder than the other ones, I think. Let me turn it down just ever so slightly.
There are those who would say that the story which follows could happen only in a dream.
Only in a dream?
Regardless of where it could happen, this is the way it did happen. The story involves Bill Dudley, a mighty darn good wholesale bakery salesman, a character named Red, who actually is nothing more than a file clerk, and one named Whitey, who is similarly employed, so to speak. It all starts in this rather strange and out-of-this-world office, which keeps the sales records of every wholesale bakery salesman on Earth. Or so the story goes. Whitey is entrusted with the records of good salesmen.
Whitey!
Red, the other kind. Now, it seems that Red and Whitey never see eye to eye on matters.
Fuck Whitey.
Naturally, this leads to many arguments.
I hate Whitey.
In the midst of one of them.
Must you beat on that confounded thing all the time?
I am not beating. I'm playing.
Well, whatever it is, it sounds awful.
Fuck Whitey.
Because another breadfruit salesman has been transferred from your record to mine.
Bill Dudley. I'll get him back on my records again. He's my kind of a salesman, that boy.
That boy.
Down, down, down.
But what about this? Which, of course, is the reason he's now in my ledger.
Strictly a temporary condition. By the slightest excuse, he'll slip back into his old habit.
I love gay guys. They're so fun.
Easy, the way a smart salesman should.
You're talking through your horns again.
Wouldn't want to make a little bet on that now, would you?
Like what?
Oh, say, a new set of asbestos points for my pitchfork against...
Asbestos. He really is the devil.
Set of strings for that thing.
On the level?
Strictly on the level. Of course, if you're afraid...
What about a golden fiddle?
I don't frighten easily. Go on.
Well, now...
That's very funny. Fair Lord.
Suppose an attractive young lady were to ride the route with this Bill Dudley. Say she's a magazine writer and is after material for an article. Say she makes fun of the way he works.
Say she gives him a little blowy.
Into my way of selling again.
You think so, huh?
I'm willing to bet on it.
I'm willing to bet on it.
So I guess. But how could we up here fix it so that a magazine writer down there... Oh, no. No, not me.
Why not? The trip will do you good.
Of course, I haven't been down there in a long time. Even on business.
And perhaps, as a little added distraction from his work... yes. But perhaps something a little more... or perhaps even...
Oh, no, don't you dare. No magic and no miracles. It's against the rules. If I go, I'll go like this.
How dull. All right.
So boring.
All right, it's a bet. I'll put this Bill Dudley to the test.
Bread. Try new stuffed brand bread.
Hi. Let me see if I got this whole thing straight now. You're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to do an article on modern food merchandising.
That's right.
And the boss said it was okay for you to write with me today.
It's like if Pegasus was Satan.
Well, it's
Oh,
okay with me
Yugi
then, but I sure
boy.
have a tough time making my wife believe this one.
Well, so would I.
Come on.
Bread. Enriched bread for all your bread needs. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
Well, that's how Whitey started out to prove her point. But Red was not far behind.
Hey, you're not down here just for the ride, you know. Start working on the guy. We got a bet on.
We got a bet on. Get me out of here.
Say, you know, this seems to be an awfully dull job that you have.
Oh? What gave you that idea?
It wasn't my... well, after all, it is just a delivery man's job, isn't it?
Young lady, take it from me. Any guy who thinks this is just a delivery job belongs in a coal truck, not a bread booth.
Wow. Shut up. I gotta kill her. Lady, would you stop sitting backwards in the truck? Out. Right here. You get out right here. Out with you. You're staying here. I'm going.
Young lady, you sit there. I'll be right back.
Leaves. Just gets out of there. How does she sit like that comfortably? No idea.
Well?
Well, I told him I thought he was a dope, not to work it, to be the first one in every day.
Good.
I told him I thought all this push on getting good displays, just a lot of front office talk.
Couldn't have phrased it better myself.
Why keep a close check on how your load's going, I said. You can always dump it on the last half dozen stops.
Excellent. And what did he say?
Nothing. That's the trouble. He just sat there listening and looking very thoughtful.
There, you see? What did I tell you? My bet's practically won.
Gee, you know, I would have sworn that nothing could make him slip back into his old selling ways.
Uh-oh.
Must be no
They
one
always
before.
got the whimsical music.
Okay. You've talked. I've listened. Now it's my turn. I talk and you listen. First of all,
bread.
A loaf of bread. An important food.
Stuffed
a
bread.
Healthy food. And a basic food that can be served in more than 100 different ways. And give a look. Not just one kind of bread, but a whole variety. And not only bread.
Some of them have raisins
but
in
a
them.
whole variety of all types of baked goods.
Are you, by any chance, trying to say that you think this business of yours is important?
That's exactly the way I feel about it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
There's something about that guy's tone of voice I don't like.
But just because we're important in the food picture doesn't mean a guy can sit back and take it easy on this job.
Why not?
Well, because folks have to go to stores to buy my stuff.
So?
So, in these stores, there can be as many as 3,000 different food items.
They could buy
that are
corn
just
instead.
itching to latch on a part of their food money, including a few other brands of baked goods. So, it's one great big scramble. Up and down the aisles the shopper goes, and once you
Please
buy,
list every way you can
nobody
serve bread.
knows. For sure, that is. But every food item tries to make the
I
grade.
think corn is a
by
grass.
looking so doggone good,
But
she
who
just
knows?
can't
You know,
resist
nobody
buying.
can tell.
Appetite
I should get some of
appeal, we
those
call it. And how do you get it?
in here.
That's just what I was going to ask you.
Well, one way is to let the shopper see the actual product. Yes, sir, you can write this down in your notebook. For making the best impression, nothing beats seeing the actual product. Now, one way to get it is with modern packaging. But that's not all. Now, for best appetite appeal, you also have to have good displays. Displays that sell. And believe me, top salesmen are using all the tricks in the book to get them. Tie-in displays with go-together food products.
Wow.
Meal
Treat?
suggestion
Oh,
displays,
man. I don't
and a
want
lot
to
of
eat
others.
treat, dude.
So when you stop and think about it, this job of mine is anything but dull.
But still, doesn't it get monotonous doing the same routine things every day?
I
Every
love
day is different on this
microplastics.
job. Every
Yum,
store
yum,
is
yum,
different,
yum, yum.
depending on what bullseye I'm working on.
Bullseye?
Sure. You know, a while back I decided this could be a better paying job if the guy used his noggin. That's when I set up 3 bullseyes. Here they are.
If you sell good, you get good sales.
Gross
Wow.
goodwill, plus volume, and selling displays. The things I'm aiming for in every store on my route. Anytime you can do something to make yourself better liked in the store, or up the volume in a store by even 1 loaf of bread, or get a new display idea, can mean more dough. I'm just crazy enough to like the feel of more money. That's why I keep aiming for those bullseyes. Well, we better wind up Nellie and get going.
Huh. It's jerks like that that end up as supervisors.
Folks, we hate supervisors.
You know,
Sausage.
when I first started on the route, I acted like it was nothing more than a delivery job. Take this grocer goodwill business. Know how I used to go after that? Why, I used to go into stores and slam doors.
Hiya, Duffy, old boy. How's the old miser today? Counting your gold again, huh?
Saying that, I have to imagine that was a Jewish guy. Like, it's like it feels like something you would say when a Jewish guy. Like, come on, what? I don't know if the guy's Jewish, but it certainly feels anti-Semitic, is what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry, Duff. No harm done, huh? See you again, Duff.
It must have been awful.
Well, maybe it wasn't quite that bad. Anyway, today I go after a grocer's goodwill a little different. I'll show you.
I'll show you. Here's how it's done.
Morning, Mr. Marco.
Come on.
Now this one's Italian. Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm a feel lousy.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, something new. Say, these are pretty slick.
You noticed that, eh?
Sure did. Yeah, I bet your customers will go for them, too.
With my customers, maybe yes, maybe no. We'll see.
Go on, you know doggone well they will. Be right back. You see, I want every grocer on my route thinking,
that Bill Dudley is okay.
That's not his voice.
Never slams doors. Always seems friendly, always got a smile. Always interested in my store, treats my place with respect. Never slams his trays around or makes a nuisance of himself. I like to do business.
This is just like
that.
This short is so interesting to me because it's just beer wine. 40 cents for a fried chicken? Holy shit. Get me in there. But this is just like not how grocery stores... Oh, 49 cents. Never mind. That's too rich for my blood. This is just like not how stores work anymore. This is not how grocery stores work in any way, shape, or form anymore.
I don't like the way that guy's yakking.
I do.
You would. If you want my opinion, he's in a rut.
Oh, well, if you want mine, he's in the groove.
Thanks for the match, lady.
What match? Oh, yes, you're welcome.
Then I seen that guy
Cigarette.
before somewhere. Now, I was going to tell you about the second bullseye of mine. Plus volume.
Oh, we're still talking about that shit?
One way to go after it is to use this and this.
What's this?
That, my young lady, is my business Bible. I've got a complete and up-to-date picture on every
I
stop
pray
on
to the
my
business
route.
gods.
I know exactly what sells in each store and what doesn't. I
Yeah,
know
most
what
of
new
these
items I've tried in each
local
stop.
stores that
How
he
each
would
one
be
is
selling
done.
to are completely
No
dead.
guesswork.
And all the big
facts
stores
are
have
all
these
there, and
big
they're up to
corporate
Well, team up these facts. A little bit of this, and you can go out to plus
deliveries,
volume without the
you know?
risk of getting stuck with a lot of returns.
So a guy gets
They get it direct
returns,
without the middleman
so
like this guy.
what? Let the boss worry about him.
Here's something else a fella can do to get plus volume. Watch me in here.
Watch me work my magic. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of scale would not work this day and
Yes,
age.
Bill. I'm putting in a half a dozen of these new sweet doughs. They went over so good last year, we're running them again. Since it's a good profit item, I'm sure you want to keep an eye on them, see how they're going. Here's a sample. See for yourself how good they are.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
I don't care.
You see, talking it up is another key to getting plus volume. You can get in a good plug when you introduce a new package, a new product, or a special. The more you talk it up, the better chance of getting him to push it.
But what was all this mumbo-jumbo business with so many of this at so much and so many of that at so much at the last store?
Oh, the count check. That's something I always do before I put the stuff on the shelves. Avoids mix-ups later on. And this is especially important in big bakery departments. You see, in supermarkets, there are a lot of bakery salesmen coming in. And the count check also reminds the grocer of what baked goods of mine he's got to sell. The better he knows my products, the better chance of getting his help in selling them. And that makes for plus volume for me.
Stuff.
And then there's that third bullseye of mine, selling displays. You know, that can be a little rough. You see, well, take this route of mine. I've got all kinds of bread racks and display shelves. Some of them are pips. I guess other guys' routes are the same way. I used to give up easy on displays. I had only one rule I followed. As long as the stuff didn't fall on the floor while I was there, it was okay. No more, though. And believe me, there's no trick or mystery to building good selling displays. Just stack the bread so the brand name shows best, and shows off the bread to best advantage. And give the specialty loaves the best display space. And don't squash bread to get it in. If a store is selling more
That's
bread
a lot
than
of
I got room
rules.
for in my
You
display
said
space,
it was simple.
I talked to the grocer about giving me more room. Say, near the checkout counters. Or on the counter next to the register. Now, baked goods are impulse items, too. So I always display them as near eye level as I can. So they're easy to see and easy to reach.
And easy to buy.
When you
And easy
figure
to steal.
A shopper spends an average of only 35 seconds in a baked goods department. There's not much time for your display to work on them. So display it within easy
Who
reach.
needs this much bread?
Group the items together.
In America,
Keep
who
from
did not
burying
yet
any
know
item
the
out of
joys of
sight.
rice.
But you know,
At least not to the extent we do
none of the
now.
bread boys are doing that much. So how do you get the jump on them? With special display and promotion ideas.
It was either bread or
The other day,
potatoes for your
I
starch.
noticed the stop on my route was running a special on hamburger. Okay. So
Hamburger.
I talked the grocer into
Hamburger.
including rolls and a special display next to the hamburger.
In a shopping
That's where
cart.
getting goodwill
That's a
pays
very
off.
special display.
If you got the grocer's goodwill,
That's
you can
so
get
many
extra selling
loaves too,
displays in the
dude.
store
That's
built
so
around
many
special
packages.
promotions. Picnic displays, especially good just before holidays and weekends in summer. School lunch idea displays, especially good in fall. Better breakfast displays, or any others that tie in with national promotions. Seasonal promotion displays. Fruitcakes around Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Christmas
Hot
bread.
cross buns and Easter cakes at Easter time. Displays that suggest ideas for all types of entertaining. And I use all the banners and cards and streamers or printed promotional material I can get.
Bread.
Anything to give any display
Eat
more
bread.
sale. But all this talk of mine boils down to just this. This is a tough business, a mighty competitive
Yeah,
business.
fruitcakes.
But for the guy who aims
Nasty.
for grocer goodwill, plus volume, and selling displays, it can be a darn good one, too.
Well, now, that was
Eat
quite
more
a
bread.
feat.
Oh, I'm sorry if I bored you.
Bored me? Oh, no, quite the opposite. But tell me, how in the world do you get all of those things done?
Oh, the whole secret to that is taking it in small chunks. Maybe one week I'm shooting for special displays in 10 of my best stops. Next week, 10 more, and so on. After all, that's only 2 a day. Or maybe my goal for this week is to spend a couple of extra minutes in my biggest volume stops just to work on goodwill. Always got something cooking at a few stops. Always something aimed at one of these bullseyes. Grocer goodwill, plus volume, selling displays.
And are you sure nobody could unsell you on these things?
Not a chance. I like the payoff too much.
I make bank.
Don't you ever
I'm the
slip up?
bread king.
Sure, I'm just as human as the next guy. That's why I keep these bullseyes handy, so that a small slip-up doesn't turn into a big trip-up. Well, off to the races. What do you say?
Phooey.
Grocer goodwill.
Yeah.
Plus volume. Selling displays. Okay, so you won a bet.
Oh,
But Bill
hokum.
Dudley's just one guy.
Oh, well, maybe I better drop down and see some of the other fellows on your list.
Oh, no, you don't. After all, that was only a bet. But from now on, I'm going to keep a pretty close watch on these guys.
Yes.
And so will I.
Remember, folks, if you don't sell bread well, you go to hell. Sell bread better. Simple as. Or else you straight to hell. Okay. That's a stream. I gotta do one more of these sometime this week so that I can get the affiliate stuff set up. So hopefully I'll remember to do that and have time to do that sometime this week. Probably just gonna be another movie one because these are easy. I don't have to do a whole lot of setup for this. So just keep an eye out. Thanks for watching. Exclamation point socials, of course, for all the places you can find me. And that's about it from me. Let's find someone to raid. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, could raid Maple. Yeah, let's raid Maple. I get to raid all sorts of different people when I stream in the afternoon. It's neat. Maple's playing Monster Hunter World. I've been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter World myself off stream. It's neat. I like the explosion lance, the gun lance. It's neat. All right. When you get over there, be kind and courteous. That's all I ask of you. And with that said, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, sell bread or perish. Bye.